Hey, I'm live. Kind of an okay little angle. Let's see if I can change it a little bit. I don't know. Ah! Got some kids running by. Got the cross country team from Madison Junior High running by the front of my house. Very proud of the young whippersnappers. It's not easy sport, cross country. Most sports you play. You play football, you play volleyball, you play baseball, you play. Hello, Anne Marie. I still very much appreciate your name, Anne Marie. Yeah, most sports you play. You play racquetball, you play tennis, you play pickleball. You do not play cross country. There's nothing playing about cross country or track. And that's why I doff my cap, I tip my cap to the young athletes that are running by, struggling by, not a whole lot of glory in junior high cross country, just learning discipline and competition and I don't know, all sorts of good lessons. It's funny, I was at a cross country meet the other day and there was a group of 4 of us former runners around and we were all talking about how good kids are that run cross country, how they do well in school, how they're really nice kids, and I stand by it. But then I realized the obvious bias that the 4 of us had, that we were all former runners and that we were all, in fact, patting ourselves on the back as we said how great the kids were that ran cross country. But good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon to you. My name is Ken Tracy. And this is reflections from the day. My main reflection from the day is I'm spending too much time going live. I'm exhausted. This is like my 4th live video. And when I'm not going live, I'm either picking up dog poop, chasing little babies around, and changing poopy diapers. Or in this case, and we may or may not remember to talk about it, saving a large turtle from certain impending death. But I don't want to jump too far ahead. For those that have been watching a while, you know the show's about me talking and sharing a few thoughts from the day. But I am so excited to crack out something new a little bit for you today. Maybe give you a live and very exciting review on live video on YouTube in front of a massive audience of 4 people, only one of which has decided to chime in. I think there's other 3 people talking, or not talking, watching. We'd like your participation from time to time as well. This is a participatory sport, and the more participation we get in it, the more fun our live videos can be. So please, if you have any questions, feel free to chime in. But anyway, I met a buddy out for lunch today, and he not only bought me lunch, which was really nice, and I'll tell you, I went to Bona Beef. I got a large half Italian sausage, half beef with sweet peppers dipped in a fries, and it was so darn tasty. But enough about lunch, because the fries were crispy and just so. And the beef at Bona Beef, I think, is even better than Portillo's. It's got like more seasoning. Certainly the sweet peppers do. They're like, I don't know, somehow cooked however you might cook a sweet pepper with seasoning and little gritty stuff on it. And I think it's meant to be there. I believe it's seasoning. But anyway, he also was kind enough to pick me up. For a guy that has a Coffee with Ken show or has his own coffee talk show, I get a lot of coffee gifts, and they're always appreciated. He dropped by a huge bag of Sumatra coffee from Starbucks, which is my go-to dark roast. But then he also decided to mix it up a little bit and give me something a wee bit different. And he got me maple syrup coffee and it's the IHOP brand. And I asked him if he actually had bought it at an IHOP, and I think he had bought it either at like a Super Walmart or a Meijer or something like that was selling IHOP coffee. I did not know that IHOP had their own coffee, or that maple syrup was a flavor of coffee. But I know both now because I've been educated, and I'm excited to have my very first sip in front of a massive live audience of 6 people, drinking the maple syrup coffee from IHOP. And my hope is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, be it happy hour, be it breakfast time where maybe you're having some orange juice or a glass of water, or you're out to McDonald's, or wherever you find yourself tuning into this video, I hope you have a beverage in front of you. Cheers to us. It tastes almost as I expected it would. Let me have another sip. Wait a minute. I hope the lighting's good. I hope the lighting's good. I'm being forced to use a ring light for my morning video. Everyone's saying it's more professional. It's clearer, the audio's better. I'm getting a studio set up for me in my sunroom, maybe in my basement. They're gonna lock me in my basement and make me do Kenathons all day. For those that are new here, you might not know what a Kenathon is. Kenathon is a little torture chamber for this guy right here, where he's stuck in front of a camera, given all the coffee he can drink, but not even the decency of a bathroom break. And the last Kenathon I did was 3 hours of crossed-legged agony for the host. But actually, it turned out okay. And it's crazy to even think that I talked for 3 hours. I mean, I've talked for 6 minutes so far today on this video, and I'm running low out of steam. Thank you for stopping in, RJ. I appreciate you. Let's have another sip of the coffee. I mean, it's good. It tastes like somebody took a cup of coffee and poured some maple syrup in and stirred it, which is kind of what you would expect from maple syrup flavored coffee. And I think it smells nice. I think it would go wonderfully with some pancakes and some real maple syrup. Or without it, with an omelet perhaps. I went out for omelets the other day, and we hadn't been out for breakfast in a long, long time. And we, since we hadn't gone in a little while and we had a few hours to spend, we decided to take a little drive out to Oswego, which is about, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 miles west of where I live in Naperville, Illinois. And there's a restaurant there called Oswego Family Restaurant. What an original name for a family restaurant in Oswego. But either way, I've been there several times before. They have awesome, awesome food, decent prices. They have one of those, not that you go there for the phone, but if somebody calls there, I don't think anyone ever answers the phone. It goes to one of these old-fashioned, phones where you actually dial like this, and it still works. A couple times ago, I was there with my daughters, and I asked if I could make a phone call, and I did that, and I dialed up my daughter's cell phone, and it rang. So apparently, you can still use these phones. It blows me away that the technology or lack thereof would still exist in buildings today to have the wires that somehow feed into the poles, that feed into the same, that can connect with a cell phone. Do you know what I mean? It seems kind of weird. But anyway, I think that's a neat experience. It's a bright orange phone. But back to the food. It's amazingly, amazingly, amazingly delicious. I said I had an omelet, but they're famous for their stuffed hash browns. And I will tell you, they put hash browns, they put eggs in the middle, and then they put a ton of, depending on what type you order, and it is fantastic. And it comes with a side of biscuits and gravy. And it was just an awesome, awesome meal. We took our 2 little babies, Augie and Eve, with us. And honestly, they were the star of the restaurant. It's not a huge restaurant, but it's really cool. And it's in right downtown Oswego. If anybody ever watches this show, if anybody, again, is watching this show in the western suburbs of Chicago, and they're looking for a breakfast joint that's awesome and reasonably priced and just kind of cool, Oswego Family Restaurant in downtown Oswego is awesome. and the food's great, and the prices are great, and the phone they have is great. But do be warned. Do be warned. Hello, Sandra Lynn. Do be warned that they only take cash or checks. They don't take credit cards or debit cards or gift cards. I mean, maybe they have gift cards, but I don't know. I've never been there with a Oswego family restaurant gift card. But I have gone, and it was strange. I don't often carry cash, but for some weird reason, I actually had my checkbook with me, and that, I promise you, isn't the norm that I carry my checkbook around with me. Good morning, Chippy Chop Top, or good afternoon, Chippy Chop Top, and Sandra Lynn. It's interesting you mentioned it, RJ. I'm enjoying a very hot cup, of the IHOP brand maple syrup flavored coffee, and it's quite nice. I mean, it's almost what you'd expect. I think it has an aroma, a maple aroma. Let me taste it again just to make sure the taste hasn't changed. No, it tastes like a cup of coffee with a little maple syrup poured in, which is what you'd expect and what you'd want. And it's a lovely mix to the cereal. I worked in the cereal aisle at Super Target too long. Sometimes I get coffee and cereal confused. For those that don't know, and I'm sure with 7 people watching, maybe some of you don't know, I was a realtor for 17 years, went through a lot of stuff over the last few years, and left real estate at the beginning of the year. I worked at a Super Target stocking shelves in the cereal aisle for about 7 months. I left that just over 2 weeks ago, and now I like to say I am transitioning into full-time content creation and just having fun with it. No coffee gas. I mean, I'm spent like a rag doll, RJ. I have had, been drinking coffee all day. This is, what do I have? 3 cups of Starbucks, and probably, I don't know, at least 6 cups this morning. And so I've had a lot of coffee today. Have I ever gone to visit my Target? You mean to visit it? Just to cruise through and see if a lot's changed in the last 2 weeks? I don't think I've visited it since I left, so it's been just over 2 weeks. But no, I have not visited my Target. But let's have a little more coffee. So anyway, I don't know how much I have for you. My reflections the afternoon. What other reflections did I have? I think I had some valuable ones. Perhaps I did not have valuable ones. But it's a gorgeous day. It's Monday afternoon. The leaves are still green. The sun is still shining. The cold and windy times of fall are not here yet. The snow of winter isn't even close. Next time you go, they will be asking you for autograph. Maybe they will. I don't know that I've gotten so famous in the last 2 weeks that anybody will be asking me for my autograph, but I think it'd be fun if they did. I don't ever really get asked for my autograph. I'm not that interesting. I'm not nearly yet. If I had 700 people watching, or 7,000, or maybe even 70, but I just have 70 on this intimate little group. So at this point, I don't think I am autograph worthy. I posted a video today on TikTok that's created some surprising stir. And I think it was clearly intended as a joke video. I post all my videos are just little clips from live videos like this that I do. And during a live video, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, and I'm about 3 weeks behind, I was bemoaning how long I'd been talking and saying nobody's going to be watching anymore. This is going to be my last show. I'm going to say goodbye to Coffee with Ken, just kind of as a joke. And as I was saying that, a big hawk flew by. In mid-sentence, I go, "Oh, big hawk." And I made the video as a joke, and I said, "Oh, I was going to leave, or end the show, but a big hawk flew by," and I got distracted and forgot. And I just want to make it clear for anybody that didn't get the joke, I was just joking. Coffee with Ken's not going anywhere except straight to the top of the charts, straight to the top of the TikTok. Notice how I held up 2 fingers there. I don't know what that meant. Peace, twice as cool, 2 times the value, 2 sips of coffee. Second one kind of choked me up a little bit. But anyway, it is Monday afternoon, and I just wanted to touch base with you real quickly here on YouTube. Enjoy this platform a lot, as you know, and I enjoy social media, and I enjoy talking to my phone, and I'm going to keep doing that. I go live every morning at 8 o'clock on TikTok. I go live at 4:30 on YouTube. I like to share the ups and downs we have in life, on my spiritual journey that is life, on my relationship journey that is life, on my financial journey that is life, on my just my journey that is life. And I have a lot of fun doing this, and I appreciate you guys so much for joining. I hope you're having a great start to your week. You got outside, you enjoyed some of this beautiful weather, at least we're having here in the Midwest. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you're excited about your night. You're excited about your week. You feel a little bit of excitement in life. And I will tell you what, even though I've been through a lot of stuff over the last couple of years, I think personally for me, and I mean, I talk about it a lot just because it's kind of an interesting topic, but for me, giving up alcohol and smoking pot has done a lot for me day to day. Even when times were tough, I found myself being excited about the challenge that was in front of me, because I think if you're leaning on those crutches that can be alcohol or drugs, that's the only thing that gets your heart going, the thought of more of either of those. And once you put that behind you, you have an opportunity to be excited about life and excited about, I don't know, work or relationships or getting better or improving. And I think those are a lot better things to be excited about than drinking or smoking. I did have one more thought for you about watching TV. I was thinking about it. Somebody asked me a question about TV today, and I used to watch a lot of TV. I almost don't watch a minute of TV at all. I mean, Elmo might be on in my house, but I'm rarely staring fixated at Sesame Street or Elmo or what have you. And I just think of all the time that I have to do things like go work out or go to Cub Scout camps or go to church or go to, what have you, productive, good feeling, soul swelling, confidence building, good places. Now that I don't drink and I don't spend my days drinking, sitting on the couch. And if you add up all the time I spent drinking or watching TV for most of my life, I'd be probably disgusted by that number. And it feels good to really not do either of those anymore and feel productive about what I'm doing and excited about the direction of my life and excited about the night and excited about putting my kids to bed and kissing them goodnight and then seeing them again in the morning. And I can't imagine leaving you with a better thought than that. So I'm going to have one more sip of coffee. Again, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're feeling good. You had a great weekend. You're excited about the week. You're excited about life. And if you're not, you're accepting of the lack of excitement, because I think sometimes we'll run into struggles, and not every one of my days is, rainbows and sunshine. I'll have bad days too, but I think I've experienced enough bad days that I just know they're part of the ups and downs and the flows we have. And if you accept them and just go, okay, I'm feeling crappy today, I'll feel better in an hour or in a minute or maybe tomorrow, worst case, I think it passes a lot quicker. So if you aren't as excited as you'd like to be or feeling as good or as optimistic as you'd like to be okay with that too, because this too shall pass. And once you allow it in and let it through, it has the opportunity to pass. So again, thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.